Most guys panic when a woman pulls away. They feel like they're losing something irreplaceable, like the most important thing in their life is slipping through their hands. But here's the truth that most men don't realize until much later. You're not losing anything. You're being set free. A woman who is confused about you, who starts to act distant, hot and cold, or emotionally absent, is not your future walking away. It's life removing confusion disguised as love. And the sooner you accept that, the stronger you become. The right woman won't keep you in limbo. She won't make you decode her texts or sit in silence wondering what you did wrong. She'll meet your energy with clarity. So when she pulls back, don't chase, don't text paragraphs, don't fight for a place in someone's life who's already hesitating. Just breathe, lean back, let her go, because the woman who walks away at the first sign of your stillness was never yours to begin with. What you're feeling isn't loss, it's detox. It's your soul remembering what it feels like to stand alone. This isn't rejection, it's redirection. It's a test of your frame, your peace, your purpose. And when you pass it, you realize something profound. The silence you leave behind speaks louder than any desperate goodbye. She expected you to react. She expected you to break. But you didn't. You let her wonder what happened to the man she thought she had figured out. That's when the power shifts. That's when your absence becomes presence. And you finally understand. Your value was never in chasing her. It was in walking away without needing her to follow. There's a trap most men fall into when a woman becomes unsure. The moment she starts acting distant or giving mixed signals, they jump into action, trying to fix it. They start doing more, texting more, calling more, offering more attention, thinking her confusion is some kind of emergency they're responsible for solving. But let me make something clear. Her uncertainty is not your responsibility. It's not your job to convince someone to want you. The moment you try to earn clarity from someone who's wavering, you sacrifice your own. And that's where everything starts to crumble. Because when you make her indecision your mission, you lose your masculine edge. You trade grounded presence for emotional performance. And women don't trust that energy. They don't feel safe with a man who's trying to convince them to stay. They crave the man who stays rooted, even when she's unsure. So the next time she pulls back, let her. Don't prove, don't plead. Don't perform, just stand still in your truth. Be the mountain. Let her storm pass. If she returns, let it be because she saw your value, not because you begged her to. And if she walks away, then it's not a loss. It's liberation, because the right woman won't hesitate when she feels the depth of your presence. She won't need convincing. She'll move toward your energy, not away from it. That's how you know it's real. So let her confusion stay hers. Don't absorb it. Don't mirror it. Just observe it. Because a man who knows himself never bends for temporary attention. He waits for someone who speaks his language, certainty, consistency, and calm. That's where real connection starts, not in the chase, but in the choice to stay still when everything around you tries to pull you out of alignment. Most men think power lies in proving something. They think the best way to show they've moved on is by being loud, posting more, flaunting independence, pretending they don't care. But real strength isn't in how much noise you make. It's in how quiet you can be. Because silence isn't nothing. It's everything. It's the absence of begging, the refusal to chase, the decision to preserve your peace instead of performing your pain. When a woman pulls away and you meet it with calm stillness instead of emotional chaos, you become unforgettable. She expected you to fold. She expected to feel your desperation, but instead she's met with a void, not because you don't care, but because you care about yourself more. You stop reacting. You stop trying to force the conversation. You don't argue. You don't post cryptic quotes. You just disappear from her world. Not to punish her, but to protect your center. And that silence, it gets loud in her mind. Because silence, when it comes from a man with self-respect, is deafening. It speaks of discipline. It speaks of emotional control. It reminds her that your energy was never free. It was a gift she misused. The man who doesn't perform heartbreak becomes the man she rethinks. And you didn't do it with revenge or drama. You did it by simply walking away. That's power, the kind of power that doesn't shout, but is felt in the absence, the kind that reminds her of what she lost without you ever saying a word. And in that stillness, you don't just win her respect. You reclaim the parts of yourself you used to give away far too easily. That's not game, that's growth. There's something that happens when you finally stop obsessing over her behavior. When you stop trying to figure out why she's pulling away, why she's not texting back, why she's suddenly cold, you start to see just how much of your energy you've been giving to someone who's unsure. And it hits you. Why am I fighting for a maybe when I live like a man who deserves certainty? That's the shift. That's when you start choosing clarity over confusion. Because what most men don't realize is that love doesn't feel like anxiety. It doesn't leave you second, guessing or overanalyzing every word. That's not connection. That's survival mode. That's your nervous system reacting to inconsistency. And the truth is, real love is simple. It's direct. It adds peace, not pressure. So the next time you catch yourself spiraling, pull back. Redirect that energy. Pour it into yourself. Hit the gym. Start that business. Lock in on your mission. Build your life so solid that a woman pulling away doesn't shake you. It sharpens you. Because now, you're no longer trying to make someone stay. You're becoming the kind of man no one wants to lose. The one who brings too much presence to be treated like an option. And when you become that man, you don't chase love, you attract it. Because your life is no longer a reaction to her behavior. It's a reflection of your standard. She either meets it, or you let her go without flinching. That's not ego, that's emotional maturity, and it's rare. That's why it's respected. That's why it pulls the right woman in. You didn't beg, you built. Letting go isn't easy, especially when your heart is still trying to hold on to the version of her you met in the beginning. You replay the laughs, the inside jokes, the connection that once felt effortless. You start believing maybe it can go back to how it was. But here's the truth that sets you free. It won't. That version of her and that version of the relationship doesn't exist anymore. And the longer you try to revive what's already gone, the more you delay what's meant for you. You can't resurrect something that died in silence. What you can do is honor it, learn from it, and then release it. Because every time you try to force her back into your life, you shrink to fit into a story that's already finished. You stop growing, you stay stuck, and that's not love, that's fear. You're not afraid of losing her. You're afraid of facing life without her, but what you don't see is that your future is waiting on the other side of this release. The moment you accept that she doesn't need to choose you for you to feel worthy, you become dangerous in the best way. Because now you're not waiting, you're not chasing, you're building, you're becoming, and if she ever comes back, she won't find the same man she walked away from. She'll find someone who evolved, who didn't beg for closure, who created his own. That's the man she'll regret leaving, not because he punished her, but because he outgrew her confusion and became a man only a real woman could keep.